Representative Sumo Mulbah will address the personal key issues, including some allegations leveled on his character as well. And so this special press conference has been called to have several institutions as well. At this juncture, we will join the Honorable for addressing the media. Good afternoon.
All right, I would say good afternoon, and good afternoon to our people out, to especially those stakeholders and our international partner. I would like to say good afternoon. All right, I call this press conference in order to create a buffer zone between people that are involved in scandalizing people's name as it relates to issue governing within District Number 3. I entered this thing as a business person and a humanitarian so that I can give back to society, I can give back to my people. And before reaching this far in politics, I had to show my strength as it relates to my achievement and what impact I'm making in society. So we did have build a school in order to give back to society. We have other businesses running that we employ now. Our total number of people employed are roughly 128 persons that we employ. And we are looking at society, especially young people, in diverse activity that we thought it wise to help. Like those of our young people out there who are taking drugs and other things, we have way to mitigate. We have our own way to mitigate issues outside to help beef up the strength of government. But then to hear one Miata Kamara, she did a podcast telling the people of Liberia that I'm giving money out to people who are taking drugs, and I'm also involved in changing the life of one of her sons. I would say this. She claims to live around the Chinese coast area where we have business running. She says she lives in one of my family house. That is a blinking lie. I got friends opposite the coast area, and she make mention of her rehabilitation center at the back of where she live in the fence. That's another lie. At the back of the fence, there where you have the notorious ghetto that have been engaging over the time. So if she says so, I'm baffled with all of those things she made, all of the allegations she made. She said she came to my office and she met my security and that of the secretary of the office at Capitol Building. And she met a female. There is no female in my office that is serving as secretary at the office at Capitol Building. That's a blinking lie. So I'm urging Miata to create her own story. If you are a humanitarian in one way, because we tried to do some fact-finding on her, I got more information. She even lived in the barrack where most of our... And I think Miata needs to think across the box. If you send a letter to me, I will not just wake up and give money. I don't believe in this petty organization, NGO. I believe in legitimate NGO because I'm one person, I'm preaching against corruption. So corruption is in all forms, not just the public sector, even the private sector. People that are having organization, it should be legitimate organization. So I ask her, if you want to help, you need to come with legitimate document that show me that you are doing this and that. Because if you talk about drugs, I don't want to give money to people who will support drugs. You make mention of giving young people money. Let me say this. Not just the young people I give money to. I also give money to the disabled environment, the blind, the crippled. That's just part of me. So even the young people out there, if I see them and I thought it wise to give money, is to help them to find something to eat. Not everyone can afford finding something to eat. So she talk about transformation. If you can look, you talk about transforming one person. I have transformed more than one life. More than 200 young people in this country. I have opened opportunity, gave scholarship to a lot of young people, create job for them. So if you want to create propaganda, our propaganda should be on the level of our peer. We are not of the same kind. We are not from the same environment. We are not from the same class. So please, Miata Kamara, if you have anything against me that is personal, meet me and we discuss it. If you are legitimate, you come with document and prove that you have been working over time, I can support your agenda. But it shouldn't be done in a blackmailing way to bring me close to the public. I will say this, we are into politics. I know that people are paying people. Look at the two names. We have two first names, Miata Kamara, right? This group is from Nima County. All the information gathering you have from Nima County, you need to desist, please. So I just call to create a checkpoint. It will be the very last time. The next time, we will take issue with you. We will take issue with you. We will take step with you. Because a character is something that is built over the year. It takes a second to damage a character. So we will not sit and allow you damage our character. No, we will not do that. Thank you.
So we will take a few questions. Perhaps we will take a few questions, if any.
Thank you. My name is Stroke from and I report for School Network. I listened to you about, Miata accusing you of distributing money. Has there been any point in time you have given money to ghettos or visited ghettos and distributed money, especially around the Panama Junction area, because those were some of the places mentioned.
Yeah, so let me say this to our listener audience. When you talk about giving is, I've been giving, not just today, everywhere. But when you make mention of ghetto, she make mention of ghetto. The ghetto people supported me for this election. We are talking about 8,900 people. Are they all from the ghetto? That's a lie. That's a blinking lie. So the issue of giving to society is just not the ghetto alone. So the old people that I give out to, I give arm to, am I wrong to do that? So the thing is how we manage our young people, because they are the drugs. They supply the drugs. So if we give a young man money to go and find food, if they take it and go buy drugs, then when you hold us, they should be the one that we should tell to stop selling drugs. But if we just sit and allow the young people nowhere to get food, how do you think they will eat? So the issue here is about mitigating, finding solution, and not stopping people from giving arm to the young people. What I did also, I tried to improve life. So was that like wrong to provide car wash machine, about 8 of them, to the young people that you calling Zogo today? Am I wrong to do so? No. So I will continue giving support to the young people outside, whether the ghetto, outside the ghetto, anywhere. So the young people I'm supporting today, the basketball guys. So should I stop? The one that are playing soccer, talent, should I stop? Those that are sending about 100 of them to the TV program, should I stop? You talk about changing one life. You cannot change your own soul life, because charity begins at home. When you want to change someone's life outside there, change your own soul life. My son is here. I have people living in the same community. They are not yet changed. They still remain because they are breaking. The way your parents bring you up, the way you came out, make you valuable to society. So I will say to Miata, I don't know who paying her. She seems to be a pay agent. I haven't seen her in my whole life. She talked about knowing me. Even in my office, I haven't seen her in my entire life. She lived in the ghetto there. When she talk about working, she need to get people who sell these things. Because she's in the ghetto. She know how the ghetto operates.
Yeah, we'll take my error from KMTV.
So my name is Mike Berry. I'm I report for KMTV Library. Honorable Small, do you think that this is a plot to dent your character by opposition forces?
I think it's like that, but the only way you can tint a character is that what I've said for the public sector over the time. Because in this country, it's only corruption that can tint your character, and your way of life will tint your character. But the way of life I live, I'm a Christian. And things that I do is not closer to the ghetto. I'm 200 yards away from the ghetto. I'm not closer to them. So the thing is that our idea for transformation should be objective. So our focus is on the young people. No one stopped me from changing the young people. I have been one of the young guys at the parliament pleading for the young people. I have been one of the young guys doing the budget hearing that stood there that there should be allotment for the young people as it relates to drugs in this country. I was a young guy doing the recast that stood there and engaged people not to send money to the CSA. Money should be given to the ghetto. And I'm the young guy who have been pleading for JFK redemption. So people come about to talk about ghetto. We all need to work together to change the life of our young people outside there. They are not no different from us. They are part of us. They are part of our society. We cannot throw them away. We need to change their minds, change their attitude, and govern them and make them part of society. This is what I'm doing. So if you feel I'm doing harm or I'm harmful to society, do your humanitarian job and let me continue with my humanitarian job.
We take the last two, Baka and Kanto Johnson from True FM.
Yeah, I'm Baka Kamara from Punch. I just want to know, there are a lot of lawmakers and there are a lot of humanitarians out there. My first question is, why only you she's targeting? And secondly, you talk about taking another action. What would be that action? Is it that you take a legal action against her? What is the next course of action?
All right. First of all, I'm one of the young person that respect women, and I respect women with good character. And when I say I would take tougher action, I have my block that respect me, that have thought it wise to go tough on her podcast. But I told them to slow down because the dignity of a female matters a lot. So we put them into perspective. But then it's a warning to her. If she have any other thing, she says she claims she lives in the district. It could be any of the other guys that ran along with me trying to create stories. And I don't want to go into that hullabaloo to continue engaging her because I'm a lawmaker. It will be people behind my back that would like to engage her. So not to create that argument between my blog to that of her podcast, I'm advising her to come down with her story. If you haven't seen me before, we need to meet. If there is a room, we can meet and sit down and talk. What have been your claims so that we can discuss it, because she make mention of support. The only thing is support. So if I create a check and balance as it relates to my support, it makes no harm. So all you need to do is to come and show your legitimate backing, that you have an organization, is legitimate, it's been approved by government, then we can support such a group. So on the other hand, why if I support you and you are not legitimate and you are someone who's supporting drugs, it means I'm opening a vacuum for more harm to come into the young people. So I'm saying no to that. Until you can meet me, come with your legitimate document, then we can discuss from there.
Okay, so my name is John C. Batoma and I report for Troop FM. Thank you for your deliberation. Like they didn't mention, I myself been following her on the social media. Usually she's in the ghetto. She said according to her she's trying to transform the disadvantaged youth. So don't you think she's been watching you? Like you said, you are also in the humanitarian job. Don't you think she's been watching you and she just want to see all of these things, to get attracted to you? So if now she watching this and try to reconcile with you, will you be willing to reconcile with her?
Yeah, I think I consider your statement, because what I observed, because this few days I went wild, and especially the press went wild as it relates to the diagnosis center that we're building, and up to the level of project that we are doing, to that of our technical college, to that what we're doing in the district for young people, the young people center or whatsoever. So other people find a while. Some people will sit and say the guy making money, the guy have money, so let me find a way to get connected to him. But the prudent way to get close to me is by coming face to face, so that we can have a face-to-face discussion and not to tint my character.
Before we get to Chokone, we'll wrap up. I'm just concerned about you mentioned about the Lima situation. I mean, I want you to play that very well. When you mentioned that we for the first and last names. And
yeah, okay. I think you want me to go a bit broader now, international politics. I think you listened not too long to Bana FM when Prince Johnson came out to say that they will make sure that they unseat the speaker because of the war and economic crime code. The speaker tried to push the agenda of the war and economic crime code. I think that statement was against the people of Liberia, and I think as a good senator, it's good to retrieve or retract the statement made by you, because the people in Liberia, they are listening. The issue of war and economic crime code is the only recipe for everlasting peace. The issue of war and economic crime code is the only recipe to get rid of, to reduce corruption in Liberia. So if we get rid of what we call the war and economic crime code because of our own motive, I think it's not in the good interest of our people. And I'm urging him to come down a bit. Let's focus on the issue that have to do with the speaker. And I can assure anyone in the Republic of Liberia that the speaker Fonati Kofa remain the speaker of the 555th. And to have a working government, it's good that we have the speaker in the position, because we believe in a procedure, right? We have legal procedure, we have legal process. And if you think you are right based on your tutor, all you need to do is to make sure, come at Capitol building, get to the chamber, we all can sit down and listen to your plea, right? Through your grievances. If you are right, I'm telling anyone today, if the speaker is wrong, if you give him the chance to exonerate himself, if he's guilty, I will join the 43 and make them 44. Because my interest is the interest of the Liberian people, not my pocket. But I'm one person, I always say this, with the Rickman Road that is going on, the 15K, 25K, I can assure any Liberian people that I will not receive money because I'm not easily bought. I can assure our public out there that we remain strong, we remain firm, the 30 in number, we will be behind the speaker and make sure due process is done.
Just on a scene note, you said you will make sure that due process is done. For 2 times, the speaker has failed for members to constitute quorum to conduct regular activities of the country. And you are supporting somebody who want to know why you should be supporting a man that majority of the people are against, number one, and why you think these kinds of plot are against the speaker?
So I always say this, majority in a group that represent the people, the concern of them is not the majority of the Liberian people. I say this to me that those representing or those representatives that are on the other side, wanting the speaker to leave the position, when you listen to the Liberian people outside, the view of the Liberian people is in support of the speaker and not the removal of the speaker. So when you talk about being less, we look at the constitution, less in number, the minority group. The majority have the right to assemble, 2/3, right? And 2/3 is 49. It should be 48.5, but it's running up to 49. 49%, you can take the speaker out. But when you cannot reach the threshold to remove the speaker, and the word that they say "sha," but what a lot of people are confused with, "sha" and "may." "Sha" may be progressive, and "may" not be progressive. But what we gather from "sha" and "may," one is the present, and one is the future. So "sha" that talk about 2/3, "sha" when they assemble, shall come up with a resolution, the tutor, in the future, they say minority may, right, have the right to file, it could be a complaint or to the court, and make sure they compare majority to come to the chamber. So the law is not something that we can understand, that people can comprehend. The law is clear. So the only thing that can be done, and we urge them, and I will tell you, every one of you journalists, the thing here is about bribery. We should be very careful. The issue there is about the budget. I've been on air every time, on Punch. We make reference to the budget. Don't allow the wicked guys to control the budget. I will say it today. Whether I'm a lawmaker or not, don't allow the wicked guys to control the budget. People with greed. The same group of people, they had an appointment with the junta in Guinea. We stopped them. I got pictorial evidence. The same group of people, visit them, see their homes. They build mansions. I have not worked for government. This is my first time working for government. But we have people who build mansions. They are the same people complaining. The same people control portion of the budget. The same people control the lucrative committee in your house, PAC, where you form a clearance guy. But I think it's not about kneeling people on the forehead. It's about uniting our group together, the 55th together. So I would not want to go into detail to expose people. All we can say, we live with the LACC. If the government take it and place it under the rug, that's it. Joe Boycott, it will be the end of Joe Boycott government. Because the international community, our partners are watching. You want money from outside, IMF. You think you will get money from IMF when you corrupt? There has been a red flag. And the red flag that every one of you need to understand, the journalists, our people out there, there is a huge bribery going on at the Capitol building. People need to desist. It's good that if you want to bribe, if the government want to bribe, use that money and bribe JFK, buy equipment, buy the patients, let they have good health. Go to the public schools. Look at our public schools today. There's no science lab. Get to the public school. Use the money. You know how many use this going few days just for the hotel RLJ? $120 US a person. 1 week. That's a lot of money. Look at the dividend. The amount of money that they spend. 25K each person. They just get 15. Later on the 10K came about. 25 each person. Multiply it by the number of person you have, 42. We're talking about close to 3 million, 4 million here. Then we say, let me say, I don't need a dime from Kofa. When Kofa is wrong, I will be the one there to start the campaign for Kofa against Kofa. But what we gather from all evidence, the audit is the one bringing confusion. Whether you get rid of Kofa, you have more Kofa in the building. And you have to get rid of all those Kofa, take the Kofa. We stay strong together, and together we prosecute people, and we take the issue of bribery seriously. Even when the other police join the other police, I remain firm. People have to be penalized for accepting bribe, especially in the first branch of government.
We will, I
I
think,
think questions, Honorable. I don't know if the majority bloc, as they call themselves, did anyone reach out to you in getting your support to them? If yes, were there any financial inducement in getting you on board to them? That's the first question. Secondly, with all of this ongoing, where do you see the executive on this?
All right, let's start with the executive. Boka is one old man that take time to approach issue. Boka is one old man that's staying for the team of his agenda. No business as usual. In the past, people remove speakers. we are now in Boca Turnu. People to remove speaker. If it happens, that's business as usual. Our partners are watching. And let me say this. I'm from Lofa County. I know what the Lofian stands for. It stands for accountability and transparency. Rest assured, Boca is one person that believes in the rule of law. And the rule of law in this government will take its place. To that of the number you're calling, let me say this. If you feel that you have the number, release the lawmakers from RLG. Let them go home and make sound decisions by themselves. But when they are under the cartel of decision, they come up with decision based on the elites. So I'm urging them, if they feel they have the number, let they allow Poto to go home from Lofa County. Let they allow Gisi to go home from Lofa County. The people from Lofa County, the citizen, will call them on their phone. The citizen will visit them and tell them that the approach you are using is wrong, because we Lofians believe in the rule of law. So if they are serious also, let they allow Sogan to go home. Let they allow Anthony Williams to go home. The university student from UL will visit Anthony and tell Anthony, you got to come down. This is not the approach of the young people. But because we feel we have the money to keep them together. And one good thing I just received, they just allow them, they are out. So watch the game from now to Tuesday. Watch the game from now to Tuesday. It's not about money. I believe the Holy Ghost of Liberia will descend on people and the minds will change. And we have session on Tuesday.
Thank you, Jonathan. I think we close up on this note.
Let me finish. They can do it.